Welcome to part 2 of the Chateau Tour. Today we're going to be looking at the top 2 floors of the Chateau. You're going to see some really old parts of the Chateau. Remember, the parts of this building date back at least 800 years, so hopefully it's going to be very interesting for you. So let's get on with it. We will start this tour at the bottom of the stone staircase in the front tower. We will first make our way into the middle wing, into an area that we are converting to a kitchen dining area. Halfway up these stairs to the first floor, we find this lovely little window. Originally, all of the stonework in the stairs and around this window were covered up with a horrible plaster. You will see, as we reach the first floor of the chateau, it is actually set out over 2 different levels. Originally this wasn't the case, and we will cover this in our video all about the history of the chateau, soon to be released. This part of the chateau will be a self-contained 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment with its own kitchen and dining area. The renovations in this area are quite well advanced. Everything has been replastered, rewired, and the plumbing is in for the kitchen area. As we walk through, you will notice that nearly all of the new coving is also in place. This door that leads out onto the stairs down to the entrance hall will be the main entrance into this apartment. There will be a very large chandelier hanging from the ceiling rose that you can see directly in front of us here. Let's go further into the apartment and have a look at the bedrooms. Here on the right there will be a bathroom, and to the left it will be a dressing room. We are now entering the main bedroom for this apartment. We have a beautiful carved limestone fireplace that will be fitted into this room. The decor and the antique furniture in this apartment will all be from the mid-1700s. All of the walls will be panelled. There will be a lovely half-tester bed, and the curtains will be long golden drapes. Gold will also feature in the covings and the wall mouldings. This room will be completed with a beautiful crystal chandelier. Isn't this huge full-length window fantastic? Let's now walk through into the drawing room. The decor in this room has been copied from a similar room in Chateau Villandry in the Loire Valley. Just take a look at the amazing views out of the window onto the front gardens. We have a lovely Regency mirror to go above the fireplace, which will nicely match the antique furniture in this room. We will create plaster wall panelling that will feature roses to match the pink of the room and the lovely coving. Let's now go through to the second bedroom. Whilst this bedroom is a little bit smaller than the main bedroom, it still has a beautiful full-length window with the amazing views out over the front garden. Like the other rooms, the walls in this bedroom will also feature decorative panelling. As we walk through to the ensuite bathroom, let's stop and take a look at this door. It's a beautiful hand-carved door dating back to at least the 1600s. This bathroom is more or less complete. It's all been rewired and plumbed. It will be panelled up until about waist height. Once that's done, we just have to fit it all out. Let's now move from this apartment into the signature suite of the chateau, the Clerbaud suite. From the plan, you'll see it's in the oldest part of the chateau, the old hall. The first room that we will take a look at is the dressing room. It's more or less finished. It's all rewired and plastered. We just have to renovate the Tomet tiling on the floor. We are now going into the huge bedroom. We are decorating it in the medieval style to fit in with the age of the room. We will be constructing a huge medieval fireplace here. If you would like to watch a video all about the renovation of this suite, we have one uploaded to our channel. Why not subscribe to our channel and receive regular updates about the videos we are uploading. The wall decoration has been taken from Chateau Guidelon. The renovation of this room is already very advanced. The next step is to put down the underfloor heating and then the Tomet tiles on top of that. Then we can make the plinth for the big 4-poster bed and then finally start putting in the wrought iron light fittings and chandelier. This is going to be an amazing suite. It is nearly 80 square meters in size. Let's now go and have a look at the bathroom, which is in the old medieval tower. All of the electrics and plumbing are in. This bathroom will have a double-sized shower and a beautiful roll-top bath. It is incredible to think that this tower is over 800 years old. I just love the original stonework and the huge cut blocks. There have of course been many alterations and changes over the centuries. We know for certain that this doorway into the tower was radically changed during several periods. This little room here was added on in the 1500s. It was added on to be a toilet. We are going to keep it as a toilet. Just look at these amazing oak beams. They're so big we can hide the plumbing in there. This beautiful carved wooden panel above the fireplace has a lot of history to it. History that relates to one of the previous lords of the chateau. If you would like to hear the story of this panel and of many other features in the chateau, then look out for the upcoming video we have about the history of Clerbaud. Most likely, when this tower was first built, there wouldn't have been a door or a window here, just an arrow slit. Another interesting little feature in this room is these carved indentations into the stonework. We think they were probably for some sort of locking mechanism for a door or window. Let's now go from the Clerbaud suite into the part of the chateau which will be stage 2 of our renovation project. One of the first things that we come across is another rotten roof beam. Again, we have had to repair this with steel supports. You can see where this small wall has cracked because it was taking all of the weight of this beam. Lower down on this wall, we can see a surviving example of very old painted wall decoration. Opposite, we have some medieval stonework which we have revealed. Now we will move into what I call the blue room. This room is exactly as we found it when we bought the chateau, in a very bad state. We are using it to store all of our plumbing supplies for the time being. It is very sad that such a beautiful old building was allowed to fall into such disrepair. The majority of the damage throughout the chateau was caused by a very leaky roof. Thankfully, the roof has now been fully repaired and renovated. This window has beautiful cast iron fall protection bars. It also has some lovely views across the back gardens. The plan for this blue room is it will become a bedroom with ensuite bathroom, one of 5 bed and breakfast rooms in the chateau. The ensuite bathroom will be in the adjacent tower. Let's go and have a look at that. This door that we're entering through is going to be closed off, and then we're going to open up an old door that leads directly into the blue room from this tower bathroom. This will make a very good sized bathroom, complete with roll-top bath and walk-in shower. You will notice that all of the plumbing has been installed. We plan to keep the fireplace as a feature. The small window here most likely started life off as an arrow slit. Let's go and take a look at what will be phase 2 of our chateau renovation. This is a very large loft area which will be converted into 3 ensuite bedrooms, all bed and breakfast. The 2 rooms that we are now going to take a quick look at were used as bathrooms when the chateau was last occupied 25 years ago. Whilst the pine-clad ceiling in this room is obviously very modern, I suspect that the walls are really quite old. The only work that we have done in this area of the chateau is to install the waste pipes, which go all the way down to the ground floor and outside the chateau. You can see how the ingress of water has really been damaging the structure of the chateau. Let's now go into the loft area that sits above the medieval chateau kitchen. The oak frame that supports the roof here is truly amazing. There will be 3 bedrooms, all with ensuite bathrooms in this area. We will of course be insulating all of these rooms, but we will be retaining the oak beam features. How could we not? The 3 bedrooms will be quite modern, but they will be furnished with antiques. It has been very hard to work out an accurate date for this area of the chateau. It is certainly pre-1500s. Let's now go into the loft area above the west wing of the chateau. This will be totally sealed off from the area that we are now in. Here again we see the wonderful oak roof timbers. This space will be converted into 2 ensuite bedrooms. These 2 bedrooms will be accessed from the small kitchen below. Together with a 3rd bedroom on the ground floor, they will make up a 3-bedroom self-catering apartment. You can see that the whole floor area in these loft spaces is made up of tomet tiles. These sit on an earth base held between the timbers with laths. I have been told that these tomets date to at least 1600. We are of course going to reclaim them and reuse them elsewhere in the chateau. Let's now go and take a look at the last part of the chateau. It is on the 2nd floor and is the loft area above the very oldest part of the chateau. Eventually, this part of the chateau will be converted into my own apartment. To reach it, we have to return to the stone stairs in the front tower at the east end of the chateau. The lower part of this stone staircase has been severely damaged in the 19th century when wooden treads were fitted to it. Thankfully, this top area has remained relatively unscathed, apart from the centuries of wear marks in the treads. There is a nice view from this tower across to the wind turbine. The story of this wind turbine is covered in another video that we have uploaded. We have been able to work out that this stone staircase dates to around about 1500. However, I think the final step is way older. Just look at the wear on it. It's centuries and centuries old. We are now entering what will eventually become my bedroom. When the chateau was last inhabited, this room used to be the nursery. At that time, it had a much lower suspended ceiling. Take a look at the roof trusses. We had one of these dendrodated to 1500, and the style of this roof certainly fits to that date. We are now entering the top part of the 800-year-old tower. This will become my bathroom. All of the plumbing is already in place. What you are seeing here are stone walls over 800 years old. We are now looking at the door into the tower. If you look to the right of it, you can see that originally it was a lot wider. There is an incredible feature in this tower that I just have to show you. Just take a look at these beams that sit on the top of the tower. These are likely to be the original beams from when this tower was built. I am going to have them dendrodated to try and confirm the date. There is an identical structure further up. Let's go up the ladder and have a look. The roof of this tower is nearly 12 meters high. It's crazy. It's like a church in here. I remember when we first took down the ceiling in this tower and discovered this area. It was incredible. We will leave this room now and explore the rest of this level. This little room was originally part of the room that we've just left. It was partitioned off to make a bathroom. We are now entering one of the very oldest parts of the chateau, a part where you can really see so many of the changes that have taken place over the centuries. This is going to be my dining room. All of these windows were added in the 1700s, and they do bring a good amount of light into this room. Here we can see the new windows from the 1700s, the roof beams from the 1500s, and on the back wall, part of an old roof line which probably dates to the 1200s. A wonderful timeline for the chateau. Let's now go into the little room on top of the other tower. This will be my kitchen, but it is one of the most unspoiled rooms in the whole chateau, hardly been touched at all. That is a very old, original stone fireplace. I am really looking forward to taking all of the lime render off it. As in the other towers, I'm pretty sure that these windows originally would have been arrow slits for the archers to fire out of. I wonder if they had such a nice view. There's a lovely view out over the chateau roof from this window. Really beautiful. For the last part of this tour, we will go to the roof space above the middle wing of the chateau. This is where one day I will have my living room. It really doesn't look much like a living room at the moment. It is reached directly off the top of the stone stairs. As you can see, it's a huge loft area with amazing oak frames. Some of this roof structure is extremely complicated and has been changed many times over the centuries. Here we are looking back towards the area that will become the dining room. It really has the potential to be an amazing area. Here you can see the hot water tank for this whole zone. There are 5 separate zones in the chateau. I think we're going to need quite a lot of insulation when we do this area. I have a little quiz for you. It is something really quite curious. These three items are all connected, and I'm wondering if you can guess in what way they're connected. It's very tricky, and I'll be amazed if you can work out the answer. I will be giving out the answer to this puzzle in our next video. This video will be all about the fascinating history of the chateau and many of its owners. Look out for that, coming very soon. I hope that you've all enjoyed the second part of our chateau tour and will want to subscribe to our video channel. There'll be a button coming up very soon that you can click. It's free and it helps us as well to build a channel, so we appreciate that. Thank you very much and see you next time. If you have enjoyed watching this video, why not click on the subscribe button that has just appeared. Also, check out our Patreon page in the link below. On there, you will find other ways in which you can help and support us in our project. It really does mean a great deal to us that you are interested in Chateau Clerbaud and preserving its wonderful history. Thank you.